All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that I haven't seen anybody else discuss. It's something that Mike actually came up with, and it's sort of this idea that we're seeing more and more. It's becoming more and more common, I should say, that we have Minecraft. You can now play cross-platform between the Switch and the Xbox One, and also Rocket League has had that going on for a little while now. So, is this sort of Microsoft's attempt to sort of say, hey, in the future, if Nintendo's hardware sort of, starts tanking and they decide to get out of the business for whatever reason, is this sort of Microsoft's attempt to say, hey, we've got a good business relationship developing right now. We've had it going on in the past. We've had cross-platform stuff work out for us. So, hey, you should bring some of your content over to our console. And when I say content, I mean like games.
Yeah. So, Microsoft, if they can get a good working business with Nintendo, which it seems like they pretty much already do have one, that would be extremely beneficial if Nintendo ever decided to quit making hardware. They're not going to quit making games because, their games are too good and people want those games. So Microsoft, that would be a golden opportunity for them to really take a knife and just jab it into Sony and just turn it.
Yeah, because in my opinion, like if you saw our video that we did a couple of weeks ago, I argued that Nintendo had the best exclusives, and then Mike obviously argued that Sony does.
Yeah.
That would immediately take Xbox. Sony, in my mind, Sony's up here, Nintendo's currently up here, but Microsoft's sort of down here. That would take Microsoft up. Even to me.
Well, it would put them above Sony.
Yeah, I would.
If they got the exclusive rights to those games. Now, would Sony get any of those games, or would they be like timed exclusives? We've seen with Tomb Raider, Microsoft had that game for a whole year before Sony even got the game at all.
Yeah.
Maybe that's potential for what they would do.
I don't know, man. See, with me, I think that Nintendo, they sort of have that bad blood between Sony and them, with the Nintendo PlayStation, whatever was supposed to be console back in the day. I think that, it would be a stupid move for Nintendo to do any sort of, not so much timed exclusives. The only people that really hurts, I think, in my opinion, are consumers. No. People that can't afford all the consoles that come out. I think that's the only people that really don't benefit from that kind of stuff. But I think it would be dumb for Nintendo to sort of hold a grudge like that, after so many years especially, because they're sort of just, in my opinion, not going to make as much money off of, obviously Microsoft's going to give them some money for just releasing the stuff on their console, but they're going to make more in the long run, in my opinion, if they sell it to both Sony and Microsoft and put everything on every platform, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think the games would just be solely on Xbox, but I don't think it's out of reach for them to be, timed exclusives or the DLC be timed. Sure. But I think ultimately it would benefit Nintendo's games to be on either Sony or Microsoft.
I do too. I agree.
You got the online servers that are years ahead of anything Nintendo has. Probably decade.
Yeah.
Past anything what they've got, but it'd be very beneficial for those games. But I don't think Nintendo's going to quit making hardware anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't either. The Switch is selling super great. But I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll continue to say it. I think Nintendo has got to get some third-party support if they want their console to succeed in the long run. Yeah. Because as great as their exclusives are, that in my opinion the best out of everybody, they got to have some third-party support, because just from my perspective, and I know a lot of people, just me personally, I know a lot of people that are just like, I love Mario, I love Metroid, blah, 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 Yoshi, whoever it may be, but, I just can't buy a 3DS, I can't buy a Switch, I can't buy those kinds of hardware devices just because that's all they have. Yoshi and Mario, as great as they are, it's just, you gotta have that Call of Duty, you gotta have that Battlefield, you gotta have that support from those other big name people. That you got to be able to justify purchasing that. If you are at a budget, you can't afford to spend $500 on the Xbox One X and $400 or whatever it may be at the time for a PlayStation 4, the newest device from them, and then spend another $300 for a Switch. People just don't. They're not going to do it.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents on why Nintendo. I will continually say this. I'll probably say in the future many times. They got to get some third-party support on their systems, or this is going to happen. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they need it. But I think that's about it for today's video.
I don't have anything else to add.
If y'all like this video, comment down below. Give us your opinions.
Yep, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, and also hit that subscribe button. And peace out.
Yeah, that's about it.